you so much, Bloopykins.
Oh, I am over the moon that we are finally married. Thank you, Minnesota!
Thank you, Minnesota!
Humor is such a great tool to get things out.
It is so nice to see another loving couple finally get married.
Oh, no, we're not getting married. We're getting divorced.
Once you're laughing with people, you have a shared experience with them. And people that have shared experiences relax a little bit. They calm down. They feel closer to each other. And when you feel closer and more connected, you're able to discuss things in a way that you wouldn't if you felt isolated.
Just because you can do something doesn't mean that you should.
No, I disagree. Becca and I, we love each other and we want to start our life together. Trust fall. Gotcha.
At the Brave New Workshop, we want you laughing in the theater and then discussing or arguing even on the way home.
One of the things that Minnesota, I think, is known for is being a state that keeps its secrets. One of the great secrets that we have here is that this is the oldest, longest-running comedy theater in the country.
My first performance was as an infant in the grand parade of the Russell Brothers Circus. My father and my mother were, for a number of years, aerialists in the circus. So I grew up being a circus flyer and then ran away from the circus to join a family and ended up in Minnesota. I think one of the reasons that I settled here was it was obvious that there was an available, intelligent, underserved audience for comedy and for satire. And Brave New Workshop had the beauty of being able to do contemporary political, social satire on a regular basis, sort of like living newspaper idea.
The Brave New Workshop provides a real workplace for comic actors. There really is no other place you can write, perform, and have huge audiences night after night.
I think we're unique in that we have comedy, but it's comedy that has a point. There's always a reason why we're doing a sketch here, and that's been the tradition since 1958.
I'm really quite proud of the 500 or so actors who got their first paycheck from me. They learned their craft, they went off, and they're doing good work elsewhere. I'm proud of those people.
I started coming to the Brave New Workshop when I was in high school. Tom Davis and I, we went together a lot and just kind of identified that this is something we kind of want to do. We ended up in high school coming to the workshop to do like a open mic night, and Dudley thought we were great and put us on stage. So we started performing at the Brave New Workshop when we were in high school. Tom and I were very lucky. You know, when we joined Saturday Night Live, I was 24, he was 23. So we got our sort of big break early. Well, we wouldn't have gotten that big break early if it hadn't been for the work we had done here starting in high school and what we learned here.
All right, I tell you what then, let's start with Andy's new script, Morgan Freeman.
By the time a sketch touches our stage, a lot of hands are on it. It is very collaborative.
Is that Morgan Freeman?
Yeah, he lives in the neighborhood. Sometimes he'll just swing by uninvited and narrate in our kitchen. We're just supposed to ignore him, but it's pretty awesome.
Generally, the cast will pick like 10 to 20 ideas that they really, really love, and then take those ideas away and start writing on them.
Okay, it was buried in my closet because I didn't want you to see it.
Dustin produces a small box, hands it to Ashley.
Oh my God, what's in the box? What's in the box?
Don't do it. Don't open the box, Ashley.
Once we have our sketch written, we bring it back in, and then we do a cold read of it with the cast.
said yes. No.
New ideas pour in, and then we go back and we rewrite it. We continue to rewrite in that same vein until we have the sketch that we want.
I feel like it can get into the fight just a little bit sooner.
Absolutely anything can happen. It's a group of people that are coming together, and because all of them are contributing and no one person is in complete control, everyone gets to touch and affect what that final product is going to be. And if we work by ourselves and we don't collaborate on things, we always have a tendency to kind of gravitate back towards our average. But by having other people challenge us and push us in new directions, we come up with things that we never would have come up with individually or if we were working alone.
Michael Brown was once ahead of FEMA, but he lost his job with the Hurricane Katrina.
One of my favorite shows I ever did here was called Saturday Night FEMA. And that was actually a really powerful show to be a part of. It was that really cool dance between trying to make it funny and then having a serious thing to say.
As the looting begins.
Katie, I think you mean finding.
There's a difference.
What's the difference, Joe?
I'll show ya.
Yay.
Okay. This person is looting.
Looting!
But these people are finding. Let's try some more.
The best drama will make you laugh, and your best comedies will make you think and will make you cry sometimes.
You mean to tell me you're just gonna let somebody tell you what to think without bothering to find out the truth?
Duh, we're Americans.
When you can make somebody laugh about something that might be painful or hard to talk about, I think that's a really powerful tool.
Obama Mia, here we go again. I am starting to resist you.
I believe that there are no subjects that we have not at one time or another tackled.
Simmons, secure the West Wing. Make sure the First Lady's okay. Yes, sir!
And at least for a time, being the only voice in town talking about a particular sore point. When Minneapolis was having its third race riot, we were already doing our summer series called the Race Riot Review.
One of the things that Dudley has instilled in us is that our shows should try to be ahead of the curve. Dudley can tell stories about how he would always go and get the first early edition of the paper the night before and be more educated than your audience. Well, now people are watching their phones to see what's happening on CNN during the show. So this ability to kind of literally stay ahead of the crowd is tougher now because information's so available, but we still embrace the kind of, can we be ahead of the audience in the point of view of the sketch?
I think you're gonna love working here. The NSA is the best. I mean, these bagels were made today.
It's a very important part of the Twin Cities. I mean, the history of this place is pretty astounding. It was incredibly important to me, and it's been incredibly important to people who came through Dudley's as performers and as writers, and it will continue to be.
Let's just read through it once.
Everybody that's worked here feels some sort of ownership on the place, and I do think that's a big part because we are a writer's theater. So I'm not only performing, I'm also writing, I'm also speaking to the audience with my own words. You feel like you've left your mark, you've left a little piece of you there, and it helps shape what the Brave New Workshop is.